100s and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, one point to guard.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers.
It is a building that first hosted football way back in 1966 as EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Oakland, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Come on, fellas.
Wait, set, wide, 80!
Watch the slant, watch the slant! Watch the slant! Watch the slant!
Rip! Hey, foxtrot!
57, the mic!
Let's go, tight end, let's go, right here now.
Check three.
Check it!
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Big stop, let's go! 53's the money. 53, check 53. He can't hang.
72.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Alpha!
Mike, rabbit. Motion.
Check it, reload! Hey, zoom!
So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Hey, bolt 66.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Buzz.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. We got
53, Linda.
right here.
Wide, 20 hut.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
20 hut.
From the gun, it's Brady.
2, 3.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Hey, high 7.
Check. 53.
On second down, Jacobs. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
Brandon, after last week, we went over 200 yards. Looks like the hot tub, cold tub, whatever he did, it worked pretty well.
Much chatter about that performance. Rightfully so. AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Wait, that 380. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Alert!
57 the mic. 57 the mic.
Hey, Delta.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Man open, it's Moss complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's good for 28 yards. This is one thing you can't do with Tom Brady. Let him get in a rhythm, let him get rolling early.
Every time you talk about Tom Brady or any other great quarterback, you always talk to the defensive guys and they say, you got to get him off his spot. What they mean by that is when you go back 3-step, 5-step, 7-step drop, and they just hit the same spot and then they're set up to throw the ball, get them to move a little bit, get them to hold the ball. And the pressure that affects just about any quarterback, right up the middle. Remember the Super Bowl? Atlanta's best success came up the middle pressure, what we call gut pressure.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Wait, 20.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Back. Watch twist. Watch twist. Shim. Banjo.
Regular.
On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
Hey, motion backfield.
On 2nd down, it's Jacobs. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
But when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
I can't believe they even let you play. Kill. Hey, turn it up. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Here we go. Bang.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Room here to run. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Wait, set. Alabama, 380.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Regular.
57. Mike, smooth. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's 57. 57's Mike.
He don't know no better.
Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Wait, set. 53.
Mike 54. Mike 54. It's going to be a long day.
Shadow.
Long day. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 3rd down, Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key 1st downs and big runs.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And some room to roam now. A big-time run there by Anderson. 41 yards. So they dig a little deeper in the playbook there. Get the wide receiver the ball, running it, and it proves fruitful.
Love the call. When you've got a guy who has running back skills, you want him to touch the ball as well, not just out wide where you throw it to him. Make sure you hand it to him or toss it to him and let him go to work.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. You got nothing.
This is Bell. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike 29. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Back to throw, Darnold. A screen to Bell. And that was some effort, but it would appear that he's going to come up about a yard short. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th.
Fresno. Tighten up.
They'll go for it with Bell. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through.
He's got him in, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 35. Brady now on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go no, 66. Hey, Alpha.
Number 53. Mike 53. Ready? Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
Hey, 66. Watch again.
Throwing now is Brady. There goes a deep ball in zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby.
The shotgun snap for Darnold. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
36. Hey, get him. You got him. Watch twist.
Now Bell. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Hey, lady. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They'll run it with Bell. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a 1st down.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, 2nd-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the 1st. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Greystone, travel. Red 80.
I got him.
To throw is Darnold.
You ain't doing
And a
nothing.
big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Pilot, 64, weak. Young lady. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the 50, it's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Sugar! Hey, wahoo!
57's the mic! 57's the mic! I'm on. Watch the shift.
Hey, check it!
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory.
He's across midfield to the 49
That's it, baby!
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
57's the mic. Watch 57. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Hold 50.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. Watch the backer. Watch the backer.
To throw on third down, Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes, we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby, his 2nd sack of the night.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Here's Jones on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The sack by Jordan Willis.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
Help him.
Mike's 50.
Hey, exit.
Mike's 54. Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Mike's 5'4". Hey.
Sugar.
Now Brady. Looking downfield for Joe. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. There he goes, right side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Motion.
Throwing again. Brady. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Ozzy. 50 seconds to Mike. Check tight.
Hey, Alabama.
On 3rd down, Brady looking downfield for Jones. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down.
Get off the field.
So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
72.
Let's go.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 53.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it. Go Bandit. Hey, Foxtrot. Foxtrot.
53's Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Go 50.
Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Go, Sack. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run on 1st down. Bell. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch the motion. Watch the motion.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. They'll try the left side. Benjamin. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Second down and goal. Darnold to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. That one complete to Anderson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Dan Bailey now for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll go again with Bell. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Motion!
On 1st down, it's Bell. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11.